I'm not going to get upset. Keep cool, keep calm. Life has its ups and downs, you know. Now, let's keep a sense of perspective. Let's not do anything rash. Yes. I guess you're all wondering what on earth is going on. Well, I have, or had, a nice calm episode with a little mining, followed by a short walk through of building and decorating the paths around the base. That is, until OBS Studio decided not to record the audio from my mic. It worked fine for the first scene, then stopped for the next. Most odd, and it might go to some way to explain my little outburst. But anyway, hello and welcome to my Let's Play Minecraft series Rocket World, episode number 34. Thank you all for tuning in every week and for your comments and likes. In today's episode, I give up and just make it all up as I go along. So, shall we see what I've salvaged from the wreckage? Now, I haven't done much mining while I've been here, so I think it might be a good idea if I went down the mine and had a look and see what ores and things I can find. So our mine heads over this way, and a sort of little set of stairs that comes down here and into this area here. And it's a bit of a convoluted route going all the way around and sort of spiral going down. So I'm going to go and start poking around in some caves and see what I can find. Right, this is the first clip where I didn't get any audio, so I'm just going to have to try and make it up really. I've got no idea what I was saying along here, so I just have to try and put myself in my position and see what I think. And let's start now. Right. Well, there's some things on the floor and a torch on the wall and another torch on the wall. That's a nice idea. I don't know why I don't think of that more often. Oh, what have I got in my inventory? Some wood to make sticks, and that's a good idea. Oh, we're going to make torches. I had no idea. Right, there we go. I've got more torches, and am I going to put some more around? No, I don't think I am actually. But there's a dark area down here. Oh, so I did put one down there after all. Well, that's very nice. And oh, this seems to have come to the end. I think I do remember saying something about it coming to the end rather soon. And oh, there's lots of gravel. I wonder if it continues behind there. And I think this is the next scene. And I was just checking there was nothing else there. And yeah, I'm thinking, no, there's nowhere else for me to go apart from out. So, right, here we go. Let's make our way out of this cave. Oh, some fish. Very nice. And what else would I be saying at this point? This is nice clay. Haven't seen clay like this before. And yes, that was a nice cave, I expect. Right, there we go. End of clip. Oh, now we're on to the next one. Right, here we go. And there's some tough. And oh, is that an arrow? Oh, I remember this clip now. Oh yes, it's the silly skellies. Yes. Oh, watch these idiots. Look at this. Oh dear. And then it gets better. Oh yes. Look at that. One each. Oh, that's it. Go on. Go on. Who's going to win? The zombies usually win. Oh, there's one. We got one winner. And the next round is won by... Oh, nobody. What a bunch of bananas. Ow. Right. There we go. So, is that it? I'm picking up that stuff. Oh, right. Okay. Well, not the zombie flesh, obviously. Right. Oh, and I'm back at home. And I'm saying, look at all these things that I've got that you didn't see me get, because that was the less interesting stuff. Although, it might have been interesting if it had some sound attached to it. So... there we go. I think we'll cut that short now. Right. Right, here I am on the path from the savannah base up to the jungle base. I'm going to do a little bit of work on the path as it goes up through these hills here. What I want to do is I want to get a little bit more of the path flattened out like this. Actually, what I also want is a little bit of wood down here just to make the transition a little bit easier going up. And let's have one over there. So we're going to thicken this path just a little where we can. Let's go up there and then up to here. Well, that's going to be an interesting one. So something like that perhaps, I'm not sure. And let's bring that round there, maybe that one. Let's have it a little bit thicker. Maybe there. Okay, what we're going to do is we're also going to blend in some coarse dirt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, now I've put these in, I'm going to take some of these out, not always in the path, and start popping in the coarse dirt to make it look like the path has been well travelled. Let's take some out on this side, one there. Now it doesn't always have to be on the edge because we can go to the sides as well. I want to take out quite a lot and put in coarse dirt, make it look a very well travelled path and a little bit rough around the edges. So let's do that quickly and get all of these in. Let's take out some of these, those two, let's have that one, maybe one over there. And if we grab all of these, if we can, like that, and like that, and then anything up here, I might even take that one out there actually. Don't know if that's going to look particularly nice, but it will add a bit of something to the area. Okay, so let's do this one over here. Try not to pull out too many of the native plants around here either. Right, now that I've done that, what I want to do is I want to put a bit of bone meal around the outside here without too many of these yellow flowers. I know we do get the yellow savanna flowers, I think there's some just over there. We don't want too many because it is a very dry looking area. So let's get a bit of basic stuff done here. Oh dear, rather a lot of the flowers there. It's always a bit difficult going up and along all of these narrow ledges. Right, okay, we'll have the occasional ones there, that's fine. Right, let's put a few little bits around here as well. We want to put them occasionally around and about just to break up the textures and the patterns. Do that like that. Let's have one on there as well, because also sometimes when we get to this area, I'll try and break up this texture here a little bit just by adding in those like that. And a bit later on when we do the jungle ones, I'll probably do that, put some vines on those as well. But let's put a few more around here. I haven't done that bit yet, so starting to look a little bit more like an old path that's seen some better days. Now where we're not getting so much of this, also to give you a little bit of depth, I find it's nice to have the tall grass poking up there so you can see it all moving past. Let's put a bit around this tree, and also I've got some acacia leaves here, so I'm going to try and put some of those on to define the path a little bit more from a distance. So do things like this, just popping it around just in the background a little bit, maybe coming down from here like that. So it defines the edge of the path a little bit more, so even though it's a bit rough and difficult to see in places, you do have this sort of less conspicuous border going along the outside. So we need some on this side as well, and it's a little bit more difficult on this side because we've got a bit of an edge over here, but we can get it in the background, give it a little bit of height in places as well. Wow, there's a load of grass around here, and oops, nearly took out that one. And they don't all have to be tall ones, we can put some like that in the background, and maybe some coming down from there again. So there we go, and a little bit more over here. It gives us a little bit more of a sort of a busy path that we can travel along. Makes it a little bit less boring going along up here with our horse. So that's how I'm going to do the savannah side of things. And in a bit I'll be doing, at the top of the hill it goes into plains. So I've come up with a plan for the plains and we'll see how that goes. Now here we are on the plains, and I use a similar system to the way I've done it in the Savannah one there, so you're not missing out on too much. A little bit of explanation of why I'm using the certain blocks, but it's probably a little bit repetitive, so let's use the opportunity to speed it up, whiz through with a little bit of silent moving music in the background. Right, we get to the jungle here, and I've still got it all sped up. Still no audio for my voice on here. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. I mean, I'm just going to show you the beginning bits here. Slightly different block palette. There we've got some moss blocks in there and jungle slabs instead of the oak as before. But using the back to the path blocks rather than the bricks. And yeah, I'll skip you on a bit to the end, and I'll walk through it. I'll record that separately so that I've got some audio in which to show you. Right, we'll be finished on here in a moment, and then we'll do the walkthrough. Right, here we are right at the very edge of the jungle that I've done, so you can see all the blocks have been put in. We've got vines creeping everywhere, and all of the moss blocks, and a variety of grass blocks put on top of the ones that the things don't grow on normally. So the moss, obviously we can't grow the grass on normally, and also the coarse dirt we can't do. So we've got a fastish horse, so we're going to whiz through here till it meets the plains biome, and then we'll have a quick look at that. Oh, there's our captive brown panda. Oh, hello. Yes, see you later. Yeah, I think they're quite rare actually, so that was a good catch. And just down the hill here, this is where we meet the plains biome, and it's a bit difficult to see because of the horse's head, so let's go down here. It might be easier to turn around and have a look up. If you have a look here, we've got a lot of the brick blocks put in, and some of the mud blocks as well, and it goes up sort of a more plainsy feel to it. I liked the idea of having the brick blocks down here, disused sort of path that's been sort of slowly taken over by nature again. And if we keep coming along here, then eventually we come up here, and down on the other side here we have the transition into the savannah. And this is using the oak stairs, and we're back to the path blocks instead of the brick, mixed in with the coarse dirt, and a similar style again. So the bushes along the outside link all of the different biomes together with a single theme, and it works, I think, reasonably well. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to see where the path is, so might have to cut back on some of the taller greenery, but this brings us right back to base here. Well, that brings us to the end of this episode. Today we have some of my favourite comments from episode 31 and 32. We're catching up a little bit. From episode 31, ToxicHeat said, "I like this video, it's entertaining." Well, that's great. It's what we all want to hear, really, so thank you. From episode 32, Tired Boy said, "Heyo, I really enjoyed this vid, plus you discovered a new temple." Also from episode 32, Ron Cash said, "There's something so satisfying about riding in a minecart flying over a huge swamp." This was such a fun episode to make that I'm planning on doing another Flying Explorer at some point in the future. You can find a link to ToxicHeat, Tired Boy and RonCash36's channels below in the description. Thank you all very much for watching today. I really appreciate all your support. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. so please leave a like and a comment if you did. If you would like to see more on a regular basis, then please consider subscribing to make sure you don't miss out. I look forward to seeing you all again in the next episode, so have fun and see you later.